feel free to use everything there is on a table to eat, to drink, whatever. I'm really a fan of you feeling okay in this place with me. So whatever you feel to drink or eat, do that. I'm sorry, now all the attention is actually, I'm sorry, I didn't want to do that. All right, coming back. Stop looking at her. Here. My name is Klaudia, and I will conduct a short workshop. I know that I'm a surprise. I'm a surprise. This workshop is a surprise. Do you know by any chance, or do you have any guesses, judging by what is on the desks, what are we going to do today?
No. Drawing.
Draw, all right. It's a good guess, so I'm not guessing more and more. It's enough. I would like, in the beginning, to give you a clue of what we're going to do today, apart from that we're generally going to draw. There's an important proportion I would like to keep. That's the proportion. And any guesses? What will be like 60%?
Fun.
What will be?
Fun.
Fun? Where will be fun?
60%.
Ah, you optimists. Okay, so which color more for fun? Green?
Green.
That would be my guess too. Okay, so this will be fun, alright? Not bad, alright? It's still a lot. And the rest would be what? Yeah, work, or let's say just rhetorics. But let's call it work. So a bit, like good proportion, I guess. So please remember to have fun during those 3 hours. You know, laugh, smile, and so on. But still, we are meeting here to do some working while having fun. To do all that, we will collect some rules in the beginning. I don't want it to sound too, too important and too sophisticated as when I speak about rules. But what I mean is, because you're going to draw and you're going to present those drawings, and maybe it isn't something you do every day, right? So it might stress you. So we need some rules that will let you do this with less stress. I have some proposition for you for the rules for today. One actually is already here. It's fun, all right? So I will stress that again. We need some icon for fun, and on your tables you can see you have those little blue, yellow, and red and orange pieces of paper with drawings. So please choose. Do you have any symbol that might be good for fun? Anything that might, Yeah, I might collect few. So this might be for fun. All right. We all know it means fun. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, I would like you to, even if you don't believe in it too hard with yourself, I would like us all to believe during those 3 hours that we all can draw good enough. Alright? Even for those 3 hours. If you think that you cannot draw, just let's leave it. And let's think we all can draw good enough during those 3 hours. Alright? So, do we have any icon, any symbol that might be good for it? That everybody can draw good enough? Alright, it's fine. Is it a marker? This might be a marker, but I believe this is something, you measure your temperature. So everybody can draw good enough. Let's imagine all these icons mean more or less. More or less. This is a marker. This is an eye. We all have eyes, and this is the microphone for whatever reason. Oh, and another thing that might be useful for me, especially, but also for you, to have this rule that everybody here, not only me, as I'm conducting the training, that everybody is responsible for this workshop. All right, so I can, stand on my head, I can do whatever, I can make some magic, but if you're not, into this workshop, then my effort is useless, right? So everybody is responsible. So let's engage as much as we can during those 3 hours. So, do we have any icon for that, you think? You can mix anything. Everybody is responsible for the result. Yeah, everybody is the king, let's say. I saw that.
Oh my god.
So these
Carrying those.
means that everybody is responsible. And anything else? Yeah, there's one more. But actually, it's connected with this one. And there's a word maybe I shouldn't be using, you know, like a bad word in this rule. But maybe, am I allowed to use bad words here? Yes. All right. So I would say the last rule would be I will write it down. Saying yes to you rock. You know, so we all rock, you know, in drawing and in general. And say no to you suck. There you go. All right. Do we have any icon for that? Sorry? We say yes to you rock. We all rock. Right? And we say no to
Just like pointing. Yeah, you're off.
yeah, like if somebody draws something and shows it, that I imagine there is nobody saying, "Ugh, that's ugly, you suck," right? We don't do that today.
Or we have you rock.
Please look, you rock. We rock. Okay. I love it. Okay. Do we have anything to? Yeah. You suck. And no, you suck. All right. Oh yeah. So how are you about the rules? Do we need anything more to add? Do you feel like we missed something? Remembering what we already have? Any more needs, extra needs? No? I already said that if you want to drink something, you just feel free to do it during the workshop. So it's already been said. Do you see any cup of coffee? Yeah, on the paper? Oh, there you go. All right. So this will be it.
And the fork also, we have fork for you.
And we can rock. All right then. So we have rules for today. I will put them somewhere on the wall after what I will do next. And in the beginning, I would like to say a few words about me, so that you know who am I, why am I here, and so on. And please treat this presentation that I will do as a form of something you can steal, you know? So think about, how can I, meaning each one of you, how can I steal the way of presenting things from me, so that you can use it in your everyday life, everyday work, or whatever, all right? Please think about how you can use it. Maybe there's some occasion in 1 week or 1 month or whatever, right? To do that even better, please grab a piece of paper. Everybody, grab a piece of paper so that you are prepared. And of course, if you take paper, then please take some pen, pencil, marker, whatever. Oh, make sure to also have like more than one piece of paper in front of you, like more pieces of paper so that they can also protect the table. Ready? Yes. All right. So my name is Klaudia, as I already said. Like that. And that's, I would say, more or less that's me. There you go. And what I do every day is I have, of course, contact with a lot of people. Like you can see in this room, there's a lot of people. And what I do to these people is I inspire them to draw, more or less, I would say. And I would even say to draw again. Why do you think I say to draw again? Everybody was drawing once, you know, when we were kids, probably we were crazy. Give me a marker. That's why I say to draw again is probably, we are not drawing like every day. You know? So, why do I do that? That will be a first very important question from my presentation. Why do I do this to these people? And here's the answer. I do this to them because I believe that whole world, this is whole world, you see that? I believe that everybody can draw, or everybody can draw. And I say draw, but I also mean just, using a visual thinking techniques. When you think, when I say visual thinking, we weren't really drawing this. You were choosing ready drawings, right? You were choosing symbols. So this is visual thinking. When I say everybody can draw, I also mean everybody can use visual thinking, like very, very simple symbols to communicate something. Another question is, how do I work? And here's the answer. I would say this looks like it. It's a small somebody. What is this? What is this? What do you see here?
Baby.
Baby, yeah, it's a baby. And this is the answer for the question, how do I work? And I work with my, let's say, inner child. This is like my training style, inner child. And what does that mean? That means that, well, you remember, this proportion is very important for me. I believe that you learn, you educate, you work, and you need also this fun element, fun factor. So I work, let's say, with the inner child very strong in me, and my inner child, is very curious, is ready to do whatever it's to be made, and that's the style I represent. And the last question is sorry, not in Polish, but in English. What? Meaning, what exactly do I do? So this will be 3 things here, and you can try to guess what are the services that I conduct. So that's me with the marker in my hand, and that's flip chart. And what is this? Like, generally, it's sketchnoting, I would say, it's everywhere. But when there are people here, it's
Workshop or lecture.
And what is the situation right now? What do we do now? Yeah, workshop. So this is the first thing I do. Workshops, trainings. I'm a trainer in general. So I conduct workshops, trainings, and I teach people how to use visual thinking in their everyday life. That's the first thing. Second thing might be similar in the beginning. So you see me again with a hand with a marker, and then another marker is here, and a big wall, way bigger than this flip chart. And there is more happening because here is somebody, and this somebody is speaking, and there are more people. There are more people. They are sitting here, watching and hearing. There's probably some presentation going on. And my role is what?
Translating?
Somehow, translate it from a lot of words or pictures. To pictures and words. As you can see, words are still here, but this is like the essence of the text that we need. So I prepare, this is called graphic recording in English, and it means that I'm the graphic recorder. So I listen very hard, and I analyze, there's a lot happening in my head, and then I put absolute essence on the paper. So that those people, they really got it. They say, oh, that's what he said. Or that's the summary, right? So that's what I do. And the third thing is like the easiest part to draw because, ta-da! YouTube, yeah? Meaning that I draw whiteboard animation movies. We started actually with films, like videos, let's say. We are called ExplainVisually. And if you're curious how those videos looks like, you can just go to the website and see. So we started with films, but actually we do like comics, infographics, and so on and so on. We just simply translate the word into the world of drawings, right? So that's what I do, and that's why when I want to finish my presentation and ask you, how was that kind of presentation, when I was you know, speaking at the same time, drawing and writing some words, how was it for you as observers? You know, how were you in this situation? How was it for you?
Engaging.
Yeah, no. I'm curious. How was it for you? You know, impressive. All right. So what was
More attractive.
more attractive? All right.
You were engaging us.
I was engaging you. I even said, hey, let's guess, what is this? So you were, you know, even if there might be a need to see what's on Facebook or Instagram, I was calling you, hey, come back here, be engaged. Okay, so engagement, what else? What are what do we have when we present like that?
Imagination.
What we don't have when we only speak. Imagination, yeah, because
You remember more.
probably you might remember more. And I say probably, but I know you will remember more. I usually do, now is the time during the workshop when I do some kind of experiment. I'm not going to do it today because it takes time and we will spend this time, you know, drawing and doing some other stuff. But I usually do an experiment which goes like that. I present myself, I ask people, how was it? That was fun, and then I put this paper away and I ask people to redraw it from memory.
Can you remember by our imagination?
Yeah, exactly. And I always say to people, we don't judge the quality of the drawings because it's not about perfect copying, right? It's about remembering, right? Because like you said, probably you're gonna remember more. And we checked how much did we remember. How do you think, if this is 100%, how much people redraw? So how much do they remember so that they draw it on?
80%.
How much?
80.
Any more guesses? I will catch your answers. 60, 80, I hear. It's usually like 80 till 100%. And what is more impressive, they remember it for a long time, because I very often have people doing workshops, and they come and they let's say they were on some of my workshops previously. They were like month before a workshop, and they already saw that. And it's amazing. They usually they sit and they say, "Oh my Jesus, this is amazing." I remember again like 70%, and I saw it 1 month ago. And it's not that those people are seeing this every day. They saw it once. They redraw it once, so it went to their heads, and they stayed with it forever. That's it. So, what might be the hint for you after hearing about this experiment? Because you were in the experiment, I told you about the experiment. What might be your takeout? What might be the conclusion? If this works, then what?
Can use this to remember better.
You can use this to remember better. Either if you want to remember something better, right? So if you're, I don't know, on a training, you're an attendee, you're a student, you're whoever, wherever, and you want to remember more, draw it, right? Or when you conduct some knowledge to somebody else, right? Then try as hard as you possibly can to draw, even if it's, you know, ugly, let's say, or not really beautiful. Probably they're gonna remember more. I'm sure they're gonna remember more because they will be more engaged.
And we can also remember better when it's about something is more abstract. You know, it's like
You think when it's more abstract?
Yeah, because it's different. And we can
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. When the connections are abstract, unusual, funny, yeah, it always grabs our attention more and we remember it more. That's absolutely true. All right, so you already know a little bit about me, and you, let's say, experienced more or less that visual thinking works. And I would like now to give you a chance to draw something and experience it on your own, you know, body. So you will, guys, remember something about you. I will give you the exact instructions so that you are, so that you know what you are doing. And then after you draw, we're gonna have this crazy and very loud session. I call it visual networking. I know you all guys for about like 5 weeks already, right? You know all the stories and so on. But you will draw something. After the drawing, I will ask you to stand up, and your role would be to talk during, like, let's say 7 minutes with as many people as you can, right? As, networking. So I need to talk with as many people as I can, but also to show your work. Talk about you, so your work, and also listen your partner. It's not about, hey, check this out, screw you.
Alright guys, we need to finish for now. Please sit down, finish the talks you have, and sit down. Please sit down, 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 please sit down.
How was this experience for you? How was it to, first of all, draw? Maybe that's something you haven't been doing for like years, maybe not. So how was it to draw in the beginning? And then to share the drawing and talk about you in front of somebody else. How was the experience for you? Badass, I heard? What?
No, spectacular. It means like awesome.
Awesome, alright. What else?
I felt ashamed because I had a lot of talented people.
Alright, so you feel ashamed?
Yes.
Alright. Alright. Yeah, share whatever you have, whatever, if that's good or bad, whatever. I'm curious about how was it for you?
Easier than I thought. Yes.
Easier than I thought. So what were you thinking? That how it's gonna be? The world's gonna break when you show your work.
I don't know. We are close to each other, and I just really enjoyed that we know each other well. So
Alright.
it was easy.
Alright. So the process of drawing, was it like easy, not easy? Are you able to? Drawing was easy? Yeah, quite easy. Showing? Also easy? Alright. What did you learn about you while you were drawing?
That I draw very bad.
There's always this answer, Alright. What else? That's really interesting what you say, because it's I ask those questions all the time, over and over in different groups, and there's always this vibe saying, I suck, I don't do it too good. And I want to stop it, and I want to gather maybe some other reflections and observations. What were your feelings as observer when some people were coming to you and saying, hey, and they were showing their own work? How were you feeling seeing those drawings? What was your impression as an observer? Nice, because probably what I observe in the groups is we think about our drawings very bad. We think about ourselves, oh, I suck, I don't draw too well, I shouldn't be presenting it, and so on. At the same time, people are more open, and they love our drawings more than we do. That's tricky. And it's really good to remember about it, that we are the only person who knew how this drawing is supposed to look like. You had a big plan in your mind, oh, I'm going to do this, and then you see, oh, shoot, that's not good. You're the only person who knew that, right? So remember, while presenting, just shut this guy inside of your head saying, you don't do it too good, all right? The critic that is inside of you. All right, any other reflections and observations you want to share?
Curiosity.
Curiosity. You're curious of the drawings of somebody else,
we have the drawings, but we don't know the story behind the drawing.
All right. So you use the element from let's say this experience, right? You were curious because you didn't know what I'm going to draw. Here the drawings was ready, but like a glass of milk. I say a glass of milk can mean different things. Like they say, one drawing means 1,000 words. It's very old but very true saying. Right? All right. Where can we use visual thinking? And when I say where, I also mean when, like for what, whom, right? Oh, how do you write whom? Gee, like this?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's a strange word. And you can also think about in my work. Where can you use visual thinking?
To remember something.
Yeah, to remember. So let's put it down. And to remember that we can use it to remember. I can, let's say, draw something that might be connected with remembering. What is the icon that you see?
Brain.
There you go. So me, when I draw the brain, you know, the simplest way possible, it can be just two pieces. I can also put some color.
We activate all parts of brain.
There you go, of course. Brain, of course, it's discussive, but let's say it's pink. It's also connected here. Where else, in what kind of occasions can we use it? For what?
Meetings.
Meetings. And what can you do during the meetings?
To remember names.
Sorry? Yeah, to remember names. So when people are like presenting them, you can write down, okay, Klaudia, and something that Klaudia said. What did I say? I said, oh, about raisins, right? So this is a raisin, and this is a grape. And let's say this is very important information to remember about Klaudia.
We can use to planning our
Planning. Thank you for saying that. What are you planning?
Travel.
Travel. There you go. Okay. So, what else?
or train.
Sorry.
We can train ourselves.
Ah, you can training by visualization, and I will draw some sportsmen.
Also, we can visualize also our presentation in the future. That
There
we
you
present
go.
something and we will feel better we will tell you in this time in the future. Because we,
So if we only even follow what we already did during the workshop, we already have self-presentation. Notes, yeah, during meeting actually, you can just make notes. Visualization of rules of any kind. Let's say these are the rules for this meeting, but you can have like 5 top rules of our team, you know, or seven mistakes you cannot do in, let's say, logistics department. So what do you have? What did you add apart from the things that we already have and you want to share it? Memories? Oh, nice. I really like this idea because I was, for 4 years, I was drawing the summary of every day, you know, and I have those notes and they're amazing. So for memories, all right. For what else?
So let's say some fun souvenirs for our friends, like instead of writing something on a postcard, you can draw
There you
something.
go. I
It's
usually
more personal.
Yeah, I usually what I do if I'm invited to a wedding, you know, and it's in Poland, it's usually you just bring money, let's say. So apart from I have money in an envelope, but I also create postcards with wishes and drawings, right? I always draw what I wish them. It's really funny. All right, what else? What else?
relaxation.
Relaxation, just simply relaxation. Probably, that's my observations too. Most of the people, they are really relaxed when they draw, even if they don't do it very often. So we have quite an amount of usages of visual thinking. So I hope this might be a list for you that you can use later and come back to it. Let's learn, let's say, some tricks and some basic things that in my opinion might help you to do it even better and just feel more comfortable. Let's start with an arrow, and I'm sure everybody can draw an arrow. When you think about drawing, let's say, you might have some levels of drawing, and I would say this is like doodles. In Polish it would be bazgroły, and on the other hand you have this very, let's say, sophisticated and complicated and let's say even educated kind of drawing as a form of art. What interests me the most is this section here, because if you cut the doodles away, so you add some meaning, but you also cut the very sophisticated drawing and this talent we think we need to have, you are in this safe zone that is just simply called visual thinking. You basically need to think a little bit before you draw, and then visualize it in a way that people would guess what it is. Spend like 3 seconds of thinking, okay, what I want to draw, why I want to draw it. Do I want to impress someone, or do I want to communicate something, and so on and so on. So some thinking in the beginning, and then visualizing. The thinking part is very important. Here we will have second element, which is our hand, but it's really tricky because we probably all heard about people who are drawing even if they don't have hand, right? Sometimes they draw with their feet, mouth. So this is like metaphorical hand, I would say. And third element is, I would say, a set of tools